Multiplying out squared brackets. So first of all, I've got a couple of examples here. There's nothing to stop us just writing it out twice and using ordinary FOIL. So let's do that with one on the left here. X plus 5 squared is the same as x plus 5 multiplied by x plus 5. So let's use FOIL here. First times first is x squared. The two outside terms will give us 5x. The two inside terms will give us another 5x. And finally, last times last will give us 25. Neaten that up and we're left with x squared plus 10x plus 25. Okay, and that's our answer there. However, it may be interesting to see if we can find a way to speed this up. So to do that, let's have a look at our answer here. Have a look at if you take the x and square it, well, that appears here as x squared. If we take a 5 and square that, well, that appears here as plus 25. So where did this 10x come from? Well, we could look at that by saying x times positive 5 is 5x, doubling it, and you will get 10x. So let's see if we can apply that to this one here. Well, let's try FOIL again. P minus Q and P minus Q. And let's use FOIL again. First times first is P squared. P times minus Q is minus PQ. Minus Q times P is minus PQ. We usually put that in alphabetical order. And minus Q times minus Q is double negative plus Q squared. Neaten that up and we get P squared minus PQ gives us minus 2PQ plus Q squared. Now that's the answer. Let's see if our rule worked. If we take P and square it, well, that appears here, P squared. If we take negative Q and square it, well, we get plus Q squared here. And finally, what if we were to take P times minus Q? Well, that'd be minus PQ, and doubled it. Well, here we get minus 2P2PQ. So that's the technique. You can try it for yourself. Pick a few brackets, square them using FOIL, square them using that technique, and you'll end up with the same answer every time. So let's just double check with these two ones here how that works really quickly. So square bracket, we're going to take the first term, y, square it, gives us y squared. We're going to take the second term, plus 7, square it, gives us plus 49. And for the middle term, we're going to multiply y by 7, gives us 7y, double it will give us plus 14y. And over here, we're going to take 3x, we're going to square it, that'll give us 9x squared. For our last term, we're going to take minus 4m, square it, will give us double negative plus 16m squared. So one thing to note there is that whether it's positive or negative, when you square this last term, you'll always be adding here. However, the middle term is going to follow whatever sign it is. So 3x times minus 4m gives us minus 12xm. Now we need to remember to double that, so that's going to give us minus 24xm. So the last term is always positive, the middle term will follow the sign that's in there. So let's try one more example. (10y) minus 6x all squared. Give yourself a moment to see if you got the answer. So what we should have is 10y times 10y is 100y squared. Minus 6x times minus 6x will be plus, always positive here, 36x squared. And our middle term is going to be 10y times negative 6x. That gives us minus 60xy. And we double minus 60xy gives us minus 120xy.